Hi guys, welcome back. Let's make some selections for Scotland versus Ireland and Italy versus Wales. Now, Scotland would have been frustrated not to be able to play France, so they'll be raring to get back on it. Plus, they miss out an opportunity to impress for the Lions. So, big game for Scotland either way. Ireland, good win against Italy, but of course they want to win against one of the harder opposition. So a fair bit on the line for both these sides. So for Scotland, we've got pretty much staying with how I would have started against France anyway. Sutherland, Turner and Nell. Nell coming in for Fagerson. It looks like Fagerson actually might come back in at some point, having his ban being extended to accounting for the actual club games he might miss as well. Slight change in the second row though. I think it's time to see the Gray brothers together. Richie Gray, from what I've seen of him, looks almost back to his best. Very athletic. He's a huge guy. So let's see what the Gray brothers can do. And maybe playing together as brothers will lift you at their performance, as it does for a fair few brothers who have played in the past. Back row, I think they can have their best back row available. Richie, Watson, Fagerson, really good stuff. Let's see how they go. Price and Russell, again, did well last time out. Carry on with that good partnership. Russell, I thought, had a brilliant game last time out against Wales in a losing cause. Centres, hopefully Redpath is back in after a fair break with his neck injury. So it would be very interesting to see how he picks back up. I think he could really form a good partnership with a fleet-of-foot Harris, who's very impressed me with his all-round game. Back three, Hogg obviously at 15. Darcy Graham, I think, gets the nod over Maitland. He's just that bit more exciting, but you certainly could play Maitland. And big Duan van der Merwe on the other wing. And then bench, as you see there, Dale Cummings, Gary Graham I'd have as the replacement back row. Cherry there as well. Then Steele, Van der Vault and Hugh Jones as your all-rounder replacement. On to Ireland. Very close in the front row. I'd still start Healy at loosehead, even though Kilcoyne was very impressive versus Italy, which is really good to see. Very powerful, explosive. Kelleher, I think you've just got to let him learn on the job. He's going to make some mistakes, but absolutely the ability is there. Bit of maturity as well. Experience these different situations, I think really will help him, and Ireland need him. I know Herring's a decent player, but he's not of the potential of Kelleher. Furlong, again, close. Porter's been performing very well, but we know what Furlong's like when he's at his best. He's absolutely outstanding. Big lump as well. He looked fit against Italy, so I think he starts. And there's a real good choice here in the second row. As I mentioned in my match review, Ryan was decent, but actually I thought Henderson and Tyg Byrne have been looking better. But anyway, just good competition. Henderson and Ryan in the second row. Byrne definitely staying at 6 for me. Three big guys there. And then Connors and Standers, incredibly hard-working. Very close with Van der Fleer. Do you put Conan in there potentially for a bit more ball playing? I don't know. But I think you go for that pack. Very big, very combative. I think they'll definitely fancy getting one over the Scottish pack physically, but it's going to be very close. At 9, I want to play Casey. Play Casey. He's the future, I think, easily. Gibson Park's been okay. But come on, let's give them a go. I don't think they've got anything to lose, Ireland. I don't think they're winning this championship. So let's go for it. At 10, play Sexton for sure. He's their best 10. He's slowing down, but I think he had a real solid game against Italy. Do you put Aki into the centres to give him game time? Well, I think no at the moment, because Henshaw and Ringrose are playing so well together. But I would put Aki on the bench because I think he deserves it. He needs the game time. And I think he's probably got a bit more to offer off the bench than maybe some others. I think Earls and Lowe have been okay. But I think Aki needs to come back in. And you can see there I'm actually bringing Stockdale straight back in. Lowe is a good play. He's very solid physically. Obviously got a big kick on him. But Stockdale's a fair bit quicker. And I think he needs a chance to get back in. Lama I was impressed with, and Keenan at fullback's been very silky smooth, really nailed in his fullback slot, so he's just taken his chance massively. Herring, then Kilcoyne, Porter on the bench, brilliant props to come on. Baird is an absolute physical monster, and he's still so young. I think he's going to be a great second row for Ireland. Van der Fleer covering the back row. Then Gibson Park, Ross Byrne, not Billy Burns for me, covering 10. I'm just not convinced with Billy Burns at international level, and Aki, as I mentioned. So let me know what you think of those selections. And then fairly quickly for Italy versus Wales, and I say quickly, not because Wales aren't worth talking about, but I just don't really see many changes in the Welsh side. Wyn Jones-Owens and Francis is nailed on. Beard and Alwyn Jones the same. Navidi Tipuric Faletau easy. I think it's an easy selection for the forwards. Hardy and Sheedy, I want to see those two together. Hardy seriously took his chance against England because that 9 slot is so wide open for Wales and the Lions actually. Sheedy came on and made a difference again. Surely he deserves a start. In the centres, well, Jonathan Davis didn't look quite right, taken off early. George North did look right, though. He's really had a good championship. So let's get Johnny Williams back in at 12. He's been looking good when he's played 12. Get him with North. Is that their best centre partnership? I'd probably go yes at the moment. Adams and Reece Zammit for sure. Reece Zammit just so quick. Clearly quicker than Johnny May. I think is a praise in itself, but he's just going to get better and better. Liam Williams staying at 15. Halfpenny might be fit, but I think I've seen enough of Liam Williams to know he's back to his fitness levels. And I think he's slightly the better player. Then on the bench, we've got D, Jones, Brown, Hill, Botham, Gareth Davis. Bigger just dropping to the bench for this game because I want to see Sheedy, and then Halaholo covering the backs, although many of you might want him to start actually. He looks a real potential, even though he probably doesn't have too many years left. Anyway, very strong Welsh side. Should be far too much for Italy. It might be enough. A bonus point win might be enough to win the championship. We don't know. But certainly if they get that win, then they've got one big game left for that Grand Slam. So very exciting. So guys, let me know what you think of the Wales team, the Scottish team and the Irish team, what you guys would do, and I will catch you next time.